Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a forest untouched by time. Mist drifts lazily through towering trees, and the air is heavy with the scent of damp earth, moss, and pine. Somewhere nearby, a deer pauses, ears alert, while the faint hiss of a serpent echoes from under a fallen log. There is a quiet presence here, ancient and watchful, yet calm and patient. This is the realm of Cernunnos, the horned god, a deity whose story has survived not through written chronicles or epic poems, but through whispers of memory, fragments of art, and the enduring pulse of the natural world. Cernunnos is no ordinary figure. He is bearded, seated in quiet meditation, antlers rising high like the branches of the trees themselves. Around him, stags, bulls, serpents, and other creatures gather, not in chaos, but in harmony. Every animal, every gesture, every detail of his presence carries meaning. The stag represents vitality and regeneration, the serpent embodies transformation and renewal, and the bull radiates raw power and virility. In his presence, life and death, growth and decay, the human and the wild, all coexist in a delicate balance. We know his name, Cernunnos, from a single inscription on the Gundestrup cauldron, a silver vessel discovered in Denmark, but likely originating from the heart of Gaul. The word itself means the horned one, a title that evokes the wild, untamed forces he commands, the fertility and authority he embodies. Horns, after all, are not merely physical features. They are symbols. Across Europe and into the wider Indo-European world, the horned deity appears in myriad forms, yet always carrying the same essence, the untamed, the sacred, and the cyclical nature of life. Yet, unlike the gods of Greece or Rome, Cernunnos does not appear in epic poems. He is not immortalized in long, carefully written narratives. His mythology was oral, whispered in groves and forests, shared in the flickering light of fires and in the quiet of misty mornings. Over centuries, much of it was lost, transformed, or forgotten. And yet, through fragments of art, through inscriptions, through the symbols that survive, Cernunnos speaks to us still. He is a god of fertility, not only of humans, but of the land, of the forests, of rivers and streams. He is a guardian of life's cycles, a deity whose presence reminds us that everything is connected, the living and the dead, the wild and the cultivated, the ordinary and the sacred. In this story, we will step into his forests. We will explore the meaning of his antlers, the significance of the animals at his side, and the symbols that surround him. The torque, the serpent, the sacred coins. We will trace his influence across Celtic Europe, from the rolling hills of Gaul to the forests of Britain, and see how echoes of the horned god persist even in modern folklore and spiritual practice. Cernunnos is also a liminal figure, existing at thresholds. He moves between worlds, between life and death, between human and animal, between the wild and the cultivated. His posture, often meditative and cross-legged, suggests a consciousness attuned to the rhythm of the natural world. He is not a god of conquest or of fear. He does not command through power or war. Instead, he teaches through presence, through balance, through example. As we begin this journey, I invite you to open yourself to the world of the horned god. Imagine walking softly among the trees, feeling the pulse of the earth beneath your feet, hearing the subtle language of the forest, the rustle of leaves, the distant splash of a stream, the soft call of a stag. Cernunnos is here. He watches, not with judgment, but with quiet authority. He is the guardian of life's cycles, the mediator of thresholds, the embodiment of fertility, abundance, and balance. Over the course of this story, we will explore his story, his symbolism, and the lessons he offers. Though the written record is sparse, his presence is palpable. He reminds us that the sacred is not confined to temples, that wisdom is not only found in books, but in the rhythms of life and the cycles of nature. Step lightly. Breathe deeply. Allow yourself to enter this forest, to see the horned god seated among the animals, antlers reaching toward the sky, eyes calm yet commanding. Here, in this quiet, timeless space, Cernunnos awaits. Silent, eternal, a bridge between the human and the wild, between the ordinary and the sacred. This is not just the story of a god. It is a journey into the rhythms of life itself, a reflection on the cycles that govern all living things, and an invitation to walk alongside a presence older than memory, yet as immediate as the earth beneath your feet. Welcome to the world of Cernunnos, the horned god. Imagine a clearing bathed in the golden light of dawn. The air is alive with the scent of damp earth and the sound of hidden creatures stirring. There, seated upon the ground, is a man whose antlers reach toward the sky, like branches seeking the sun. His beard is thick, streaked with gray, and his eyes hold the calm authority of one who has witnessed countless cycles of life and death. Around him, stags graze, serpents coil, and a bull grazes near the edge of the trees. Each animal carries meaning, a language older than words. The stag speaks of vitality and regeneration. The serpent whispers of transformation and the underworld. The bull embodies strength and raw vitality. Together, they mark the horned god as a mediator, a figure who bridges worlds, the wild and the civilized, life and death, the seen and the unseen. The name Cernunnos is etched in a single inscription upon the silver surface of the Gundestrup cauldron. Though brief, it tells us something vital. The horned one. In the simple rise of antlers, in the curve of a horn, we understand his essence. Horns symbolize untamed nature, authority, fertility, and power. Across Europe, from the forests of Gaul to the hills of Britain, images of horned figures appear, suggesting a shared, archetypal vision of divinity rooted in the earth and in the cycles of life. The cauldron itself is a story frozen in silver. Cernunnos sits cross-legged, a torque in one hand, a serpent in the other. Animals surround him, drawn as if by invisible force. The torque is more than jewelry. It signifies spiritual authority, a bridge between mortal and divine. His seated posture mirrors meditation or shamanic states, hinting that he is not merely a god of fertility or the hunt, but a conduit between realms, a negotiator of life's thresholds. Cernunnos does not dominate with fire or war. He does not wield lightning from the heavens. Instead, he embodies the quiet, sustaining forces of the world. Fertility, abundance, balance. In this, he is profoundly ecological. His domain is not the city or the palace, but the forests, the rivers, the herds, the cycles of the seasons. To understand Cernunnos is to understand that life thrives through harmony, not through conquest. He is a liminal figure. Consider the serpent in his hand, shedding its skin, a living testament to transformation. Consider the stag at his side, antlers rising and falling with the rhythm of the forest, simultaneously strong and vulnerable. He embodies the thresholds that humans must navigate, the line between civilization and wilderness, life and death, the ordinary and the sacred. Cernunnos is also a god of abundance, though not wealth in the sense of coin or treasure. His riches are the fertile soil, the thriving herds, the flowing rivers, the very vitality of life itself. In some depictions, coins appear, not as wealth for accumulation, but as symbols of prosperity in alignment with nature's cycles. He reminds us that abundance must be balanced, harmonized with the rhythms of the world, and shared in ways that sustain rather than deplete. Across Europe, echoes of the horned god appear. Faunus in Rome, Pan in Greece, horned, wild, vital, wise. Yet Cernunnos is unique, synthesizing these roles into a singular figure of authority, fertility, and mediation. He does not merely watch over the wild, he governs its cycles, ensuring the continuity of life itself. In stone reliefs across Gaul and Britain, he is consistently depicted as calm and commanding, antlers raised, animals around him. His worship took place not in grand temples, but in groves, in places where the natural and the sacred converge. This is no coincidence. Cernunnos is inseparable from the land. To honor him is to honor the forests, the rivers, and the creatures that share the world with humans. Even in the Celtic pantheon, he occupies a unique niche. He is not the sun, not the sovereign, not the god of war. He is the stabilizing presence, the guardian of cycles, the mediator who ensures that life continues according to the natural order. To modern eyes, he may seem mysterious, but in his times, he was essential. A spiritual guide, a reminder that survival depended on understanding and respecting the rhythms of the earth. Over centuries, Cernunnos' image and essence persist. In folklore, he appears in disguised forms. In modern neo-pagan practice, he is a symbol of primal energy, fertility, and ecological consciousness. His horned visage continues to inspire, reminding us that the natural world, in all its beauty and unpredictability, demands attention, reverence, and respect. To journey with Cernunnos is to step into a world where life is cyclical, where growth follows decay, where the sacred is intertwined with the ordinary. His presence teaches patience, balance, and harmony. Through his antlers, his meditative pose, and the animals that surround him, he communicates timeless wisdom. The world is interconnected, and humanity's well-being depends upon acknowledging this profound truth. Cernunnos stands as a testament to the depth of Celtic spirituality, a deity of fertility, abundance, and balance. He is mediator, guardian, and symbol, bridging worlds and guiding those who seek to understand life's cycles. Though his stories survive only in fragments, his lessons endure: respect for nature, reverence for life, and an appreciation for the delicate equilibrium that sustains all existence. In every forest, in every river, in every living creature, Cernunnos is present. He is silent yet commanding, mysterious yet intimate. He reminds us that life is not a series of random events, but a tapestry of interwoven cycles, each dependent on the other. To honor him is to honor life itself, to recognize that the wild, the untamed, and the sacred are inseparable from our own existence. And so, even millennia later, Cernunnos walks among us, not in flesh, but in spirit, in thought, in the cycles of the world that continue inexorably, as they always have. Though the centuries have left only fragments of his story, his presence endures in the forests, the rivers, the animals, and the cycles of life that surround us every day. Cernunnos teaches us to pause, to observe, and to respect the delicate balance of nature. He reminds us that fertility, abundance, and wisdom are not given freely. They arise from harmony, patience, and awareness. In honoring him, we honor the world itself, and our place within it. The horned god remains a bridge between human understanding and the mysteries of the natural world, a timeless symbol of fertility, abundance, and balance. He is the eternal witness to life's rhythm, the silent guide through the forest of existence, and a reminder that all things, visible and invisible, are connected. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of Cernunnos, the horned god, and exploring the mysteries of fertility, nature, and balance that have captivated minds for centuries. If this exploration inspired you, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into history, mythology, and the stories that shape our understanding of the past. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. How do you connect with the rhythms of nature or the symbolism of the horned god? We'd love to hear your reflections. And if you enjoyed this journey, give the video a like and share it with others who are curious about the hidden worlds of ancient myth and timeless wisdom. Until next time, may the cycles of life and the quiet wisdom of the wild guide your path.